Hi, Fab at 40 community, it's Lisa. I wanted to reply to a few questions I've been getting following my email to you talking about when desires become obsessions. And in the email, I gave an example with my own obsession I had in my late 30s of having a baby really badly and how that obsession was consuming my life. A question that I get is, how do you know when your desire is not in a healthy place when you anymore, when it's turned into an obsession? Well, for me, the easiest way that I know is that I feel the need to control things. So it's not that I am by nature a controlling person. I'm a very driven person. But when I constantly feel the need to control something, I stop and I ask myself the question, why is that arising? Why do I feel the need to control that? And usually, 9 times out of 10, it comes back to my lack of belief and trust that the situation is going to resolve itself and the outcome is going to be reached without me doing something about it. And if you trace back where that comes from, it comes from a lack of belief that I am good enough or worthy enough, and that the universe actually, doesn't provide for me, that I need to provide for myself. So whenever I feel that type of emotion arising in me, I always think back to an early episode in my life, one that really, really grounds me, and one that gives me an example of faith and trust. And it happened when I was graduating high school. I grew up in Bulgaria, and at the time I graduated high school, we were experiencing, as a country, a huge hyperinflation. Um, you won't believe me, but at some point in January, the year when I graduated high school, my monthly income between me and my mom from the state was under $10 a month. I think it was even $5 a month. So, anyway, I was in a place where I had the opportunity to apply to all these colleges and universities. And the irony was that I couldn't afford to go to college and university back at home because Bulgaria was going to charge me tuition, one that I couldn't afford. My only option at that point was literally to apply to some of the richest colleges in the US and get a full scholarship. So, in the whole process of application, I had this knowing and I had this inner belief that, this is, I'm being guided. This is happening for a reason. I know I'm meant to be someplace and I know I'm meant to do certain things. And part of my certainty actually came from the fact that my godmother, who's a huge advisor in my life, is an astrologer. And she had been working with me ever since I was young to kind of reassure me and let me know that my life is unfolding in a way that is on my own path. So she had mentioned something about me going abroad and spending a lot of time abroad. And I took that to heart. So I ended up applying, and long story short, I was extremely fortunate enough to be accepted at 2 colleges in the US with a full scholarship. But now the problem was I had no money once I got to the US. I didn't have even $10 to my name, and I had no money to buy the plane ticket. And again, long story short, through a incredible orchestration of synchronicity, the universe provided me with all of this. I got a plane ticket to come to the US, and I got an award I won at an essay contest I had applied to like the year before that gave me the startup capital of $500 when I landed in the US. So, the point of this and why I'm sharing this with you is that I have since in my life um, dealt with my fear and my need to control by building my faith and building my trust that my life is unfolding in a way that is intentional and in a way that is consistent with my mission in life, with my life's mission. And I've learned to find the balance between intentionality on one hand, which is very important. Without that spark of intentionality, we fall into lethargy, into inaction, into boredom, into inactivity. So, finding the balance between having the intention, holding the desire, the goal gently in my hands, and then on the other hand, having the trust that the universe will guide me there and that this will be given to me, that if I'm working hard and applying myself, things will happen, and I don't need to control them. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you're interested, I'll be extremely happy and honored to work with you to take a look at where in your life is your life mission, and how then you can align you can align yourself and your action to that life mission. This will then help you build the confidence and build the faith and the trust as you go through your life, that the universe has your back and you will be taken care of as long as you're on your path. Hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you soon.